Dear students, welcome back. Now we are going to see the contributions of long head of biceps brachii in the glenohumeral stabilization. The long head of biceps runs superiorly from the anterior shaft of the humerus through the bicipital groove between the greater and lesser tubercles. Here, the lesser tubercle is covered by the subscapularis muscle, and to attach, so it will runs through the bicipital groove to attach to the supraglenoid tubercle. So it enters the glenohumeral capsule through an opening between the supraspinatus and the subscapularis, but not the synovium. Within the bicipital groove, the biceps tendon is enveloped by a tendon sheath and supported there by a transverse humeral ligament that runs between the greater and lesser tubercles. Okay, the long head of biceps brachii, because of its position at the superior capsule and its connections to the structures of the rotator interval capsule. The rotator interval capsule is formed by the coracohumeral ligament and superior part of the capsule, and superior glenohumeral ligament. And this long head of biceps having some connections with all these structures in its way, and it is sometimes considered as a part of the reinforcing cuff of the glenohumeral joint. So it forms a part of these structures, and this long head of biceps is also considered as the a reinforcing factor for the glenohumeral joint. Okay. Next, the biceps muscle. Coming to its function, the biceps muscle is capable of contributing the force of flexion and can contribute in the force of abduction when the arm is laterally rotated. Although elbow and the shoulder positions may influence its function. Although the position of elbow and shoulder influences its function. The long head of biceps appears to contribute the glenohumeral stabilization by centering the humeral head in the fossa and by reducing the vertical translations, that is the superior translation and inferior translation, and also anterior translation. So the long head of biceps is reducing the vertical translations like superior and inferior translations, and also anterior translations. This is the function of long head of biceps. Okay, that means it is giving stabilization structurally as well as functionally. So it is considered, this muscle is considered in the dynamic stabilization. Some of the investigators like Vagnani and colleagues hypothesized, so that is those people give some idea that how this effect is caused by the long head of biceps. Means the long head may produce its effects by tightening the loose superior labrum, that is the glenoid labrum which is present superiorly. So that superior labrum, so the biceps brachii tightens the loose superior labrum and transmitting increased tension to the superior and middle glenohumeral ligaments, because these two ligaments are attached at this upper part of the labrum, isn't it? So this idea follows from other observations that lesions of antero superior labrum, the lesions of any antero and superior labrum did not affect the stability of the glenohumeral joint unless the attachment of the long head of biceps brachii was also disrupted. That means, so any damage to this anterior and superior labrum will not affect the glenohumeral stabilization unless if the biceps tendon also disrupted, then the stability is affected. Okay. So the overall contribution of the long head to the glenohumeral stabilization is supported by the observation that the tendon hypertrophies with rotator cuff tears. So it can be observed that the tendon hypertrophies with the rotator cuff tears. That means it forms a already, because of its course, this muscle contributing some reinforcing cuff to the glenohumeral joint in the stabilization. So if any rotator cuff tears occurs, so the tendon will hypertroph. So that indicates that the long head of the biceps will have a glenohumeral stabilization. Okay, this is another way to identify whether this long head of biceps has a function in dynamic stabilization or not. Okay, this is all about the dynamic stabilization of the glenohumeral joint and all the contributions of different muscles which helps in the dynamic stabilization. In the next session, we are going to see the cause of dynamic stabilization of the glenohumeral joint. Thank you.